Hey, welcome back, you guys. So as soon as I saw this leak, I was super surprised and really excited because this here looks like a legit leak from Supercell themselves. The graphics are really good and everything about it looks similar to something Supercell would actually do. Also, this whole idea could work perfectly too, with a tease from one of Clash of Clans' recent commercials. The one, if you remember, the one where the Hog Rider was talking about how he could be anything he wants in the new land. So maybe this was a hint towards how the troops in-game could be able to imitate other troops and act as such. And later I'll explain more about the Barbarian King because he's a really important part in this ideology. But let's break down the photo first. So taking a look at it, we can see two tabs on top, one for weapons and the other for shields and helmets. So it looks like this tab is going to allow us to customize our equipment on our troops or heroes. It says select the weapons you want below and develop new strategies while using them. Then we are given the option between the Barbarian Sword, the Hog Rider's Hammer, the Valkyrie's Axe, and a legendary locked weapon. Then you're also given the option to toggle on and off which one you want to use, and likely will only be able to use one weapon at a time. It also shows different levels to each weapon, but not a way to upgrade it. So it leads me to think that either we upgrade it in the lab, or judging by how we purchase the legendary weapon in this tab, I don't think we'll be able to upgrade it in the lab, and rather we'll have to upgrade it by experience and using it. So after each successful raid using it, you get XP towards leveling it up. And I think you'll have to purchase the first level to start using it, unless it's the Barbarian Sword, which you start with. So anyways, my thoughts on this. So I think this could actually be a really cool new feature added to the game. However, I don't think this will be the huge game changer part of the update, just a moderate sized update change that could kind of change the way we battle right now. So I actually think that the weapons and shields and helmet tabs won't apply to all our troops, and it will actually be strictly used for our heroes, and in this case, the Barbarian King. So I think that we'll be able to pick and choose a weapon for the Barbarian King to use within our raids, and we can pick from the weapons we have unlocked. And like I said before, we can upgrade them through experience points in battle. Then each weapon we choose will have a unique feature to it, and to change the way we use the Barbarian King. So for example, the Barbarian Sword will just be the regular Barbarian King we all know and love right now. And then when we move on to the Valkyrie's Axe, it will allow the Barbarian to act more like a Super Valkyrie, where he will do a whirlwind attack instead of doing, or sorry, he'll do a whirlwind attack and he'll do area damage. So that would be a bit of an upgrade to the sword. And then the Hog Rider's Hammer may cause the Barbarian King to start targeting defenses as his primary target. However, he will still not be able to jump over walls because I think he would need a hog for that. And then finally, the legendary weapon could add another feature to the Barbarian King's arsenal. And just off the top of my head, maybe he gets a big damage boost when using the mace, aka legendary weapon, for example, double damage. And I think to balance all these weapons and make sure they all have their own unique strengths and weaknesses, I think Supercell may play around with their stats. So for example, the Barbarian Sword will just be the regular BK right now, and then the Valkyrie's Axe will do reduced damage since it's area damage, and then the Hog Rider's Hammer may be reduced damage as well as a slower attack speed, and then the legendary weapon could be a slower attack speed, but since it does so much damage, it could kind of act like a P.E.K.K.A. So for wars and stuff, you would have to strategically pick your weapon that best suits the base you're attacking and the army you're using. Kind of like how you have to toggle the Grand Warden from air to ground mode to match your army. And that's only the half of it. The other section with shields and helmets could be more of a defensive attribute to the Barb King that give him more health or give him a reduced damage from certain defenses. Like for example, maybe a shield will have Archer Tower reduction in damage to it, so Archer Towers will only do half damage to him. Or maybe he'll have a special helmet or hat that lets him regenerate extra health when he pops his ability. These are only ideas, but there's so much leeway for Supercell to play around with. There's so many options that they could add. And like I said, yeah, there's so many options and ways Supercell to add more stuff with this idea. Then there could even be a tab similar to this for the Archer Queen and Grand Warden, where maybe the Archer Queen will shoot a much stronger bow, or maybe it'll shoot fireballs like the Wizard does to do area damage. I'm not so sure as much about the Archer Queen, but for all I know, this could be limited to the Barbarian King only. So let me know what you think the Archer Queen's abilities could be in the comments below, and if what you think about the whole Barbarian King idea. And like I said, there's a whole lot of room for Supercell to play around with as well. And I think it will make Clan Wars and attacks in general a lot more interesting. And maybe there will even be some features for this when your heroes are on defense and defending your base from an attack. Anyways, like I said, this is likely going to be just a small part in the huge update that is to come, but I still thought it would be cool to share it with you guys, and it could quite possibly be a bit of a game changer. But anyways, more information on the update will be coming out in the next few days, and I'll be making videos on it as soon as the info is released, so make sure you check back for those, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.